Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. Beautiful day out here in North Georgia. Got the smoker fired up, and I just got a few things to show you and a couple little tips to pass along. First of all, when it comes to calming your bees down, one of the first things that you can do that'll help you out tremendously is to get your smoker lit up and put about 2 puffs under the feeder across your frames, and that's all you need. I'm telling you, some people try to go through their hive without a smoker, and sometimes you can, but the majority of the time it will take any aggression that they have, a lot of the aggression anyway. For instance, I've come down through this row here and I've hit every single box, and I may have taken 2 stings, and they was my fault. One got under my sandal lid and got me on the top of the foot, which is my fault. Shouldn't have been wearing sandals. And another one was I trapped the bee up against the frame, and it got me. So I've not been attacked. I've not had any fly up my shorts or I got shorts on or anything like that. So use your smoker, light it up, and blow a puff. It changes their attitude dramatically. It's unbelievable how you can attitude adjust them, because it takes their mind off of attack mode, and it makes them less defensive, because it's supposed to mimic a fire in their hive. So it's even though they see you coming in the hive, most of the time it will make them start gorging some honey in preparations of leaving the hive. But once the smoke's clear, they're like, okay, danger's over. So it makes a huge difference. So always use your smoker, especially new beekeepers. Another thing I wanted to show you, I talked about these old frames that I use, that I just cut the wax out of and reuse them. You can tell how old it is. Look how brown where it's been outside. Now these things, this one right here, actually, it didn't even have any wax on it. It was dry. And I dropped it down in there and they draw it out. That's the advantage of this time of year. Early in the year, you have so much advantage in beekeeping. Whether it's queen rearing or bees drawing out frames, they will draw out pretty much anything. You can see right there the top of that frame, if I can get it close enough, it had no starter strip. It had no remnant of wax whatsoever. It was completely dry. Both of those were. And they've drawn this frame out completely. And the only thing I did, I just pulled all the old wax off away from the fishing line. And they just started right over and worked it, drawed it right out, no problem. So that will definitely help you out and save you some money if you start reusing those frames. Don't throw them away. Don't soak them in bleach. It's not necessary. Bees will reuse that. They will clean it up. They'll polish it up cleaner than you'll ever get it with bleach. They know what they're doing, and they'll take care of the problem if there is a problem inside those frames. So don't worry about using old frames inside your hive. Now, the last video I talked about what you should do a week later, or 3 or 4 days later after installing your package. You go in, pour your cage out, make sure everything's okay. Look for eggs. You see eggs, put it back together, close it back up, and don't worry about it for a couple weeks. Just let them build up. Keep the feed going to them. You want to build this hive up strong, and because really there's nothing. You could even wait up to a month, because there's nothing going to even hatch for about a month. So you're going to actually decrease. So don't risk, unless you sense there's something wrong. You may gander under the lid and look. You could go, basically 4 weeks before you make your next inspection, and then in 4 weeks go back and look, and you should have brood hatching, and it should start increasing from there. But we're just coming out of a cold snap here in North Georgia. I mean, not real cold. It got down to like 30, 32 last night, so not compared to most people in the country, but for us here, and usually coming out of a cold snap, within the next few days, those bees will increase. It's just like it triggers something in them. They will start going crazy, feeding lots of sugar water, lots of foraging. It's supposed to be 80 by the weekend here. So these hives, they will be going absolutely wide open for the next few days. Here's one of our two framers. There's a lot of bees in some of these here. I'm gonna have to split them because they're overly packed. There's another one right there. I don't even have feeders on these, but they're bringing in so much stuff right now. You can see the traffic. Look at the traffic going in, especially in that well, the 5 frame and the 2 framer, but it's pretty packed out. And let me show you something else up here. If you've never had honeybees before, but you do have a garden and you do have fruit trees, I'm telling you what, you would not believe the increase that you'll get from honeybees. And there's a bunch of these big boar bees on here as well. But the honeybees are working it really heavy. These blueberry bushes that we have up here. And these blueberries, I never trim them. A lot of people tell me, why don't you trim them? And I'm like, why would I trim them? Because they do so good. I never spray these bushes. I never fertilize them. And they do quite excellent. And the bees, they keep them. There's not a whole lot on them right now. It's still just a tad chilly. Handful of the bumblebees, but you come out here later in the evening and those honeybees will be all over these blueberry bushes. And the bushes put out way more than we can ever use. So the chickens will come eat some off the bottom of the bushes, and I'll even throw some to them, but the birds will eat a few, the mockingbirds and such. But you can see, if you're curious about how well bees will do for your crops and you've not raised bees, you might want to consider a couple hives anyway, just to help you with your fruit trees and your vegetables. They're excellent for squash, cucumbers, pumpkins, stuff like that. They will absolutely cover up any type of squash plants very well. They'll pollinate them quite well. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. And bee yard looks really nice. It's cleaned up good. We've been really busy, so we're just waiting on to sell our first packages, or not our first packages. We've already sold some packages. Our first Nucs here in about a week or so. We'll start getting them ready for customer pickup. So that's about it. I just wanted to show you a couple things there. And the biggest thing is I want to show you about the smoker, because I'm not really talked about that a whole lot in the videos about the smoker. New beekeepers, get you a smoker and use it. It will cut way down on how much you have to wear out in the bee yard and how many stings you get. You use that smoker, a little couple puffs under the lid, makes a world of difference. And that's about it. Don't forget, we still got lots of packages, Nucs, beekeeping equipment, everything and anything at barnyardbees.com. We got a lot, so check us out, barnyardbees.com. Don't forget to click on the little bell. You'll be notified new and upcoming videos. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Barnyard Bees.